The story begins by telling us that Morong Chinji has been an outcast to two families. He has now finally been released from prison and has sold himself into a marriage arranged with the He family. Here, the opening ceremony of the Grand Theater is taking place. We're shown young Master He and his sister Hai Meng, who is set to marry Chinji. Then a commotion breaks out as Madame Morong enters, along with the eldest son of the Morong family, Morong Chingu, who has come with his mother to this grand ceremony. Young Master He asks why Chinji hasn't come to the ceremony. Madame Morong tells him that Chinji's presence isn't needed and that the elders can settle the marriage matter among themselves. Chingu then says it isn't even certain the marriage will happen. Young Master He replies that they both know this marriage is purely a business deal, and it will bring great profit to both families. At this point the hero enters, the story's main lead. This is our Morong Chinji, the youngest heir of the Morong family. His entrance immediately stirs gossip. People say he killed young Master He's father, so how can he now marry into the He family? Madame Morong tells Chinji he shouldn't be wearing his father's old army uniform, that he doesn't deserve to wear it. In truth, Madame Morong dislikes Chinji because he grew up in another family since childhood and has no bond with his own mother. Chinji asks his elder brother Chingu why, if someone had to marry into the He family, it isn't him instead. Madame Morong says Chingu's engagement elsewhere is already settled. A little later, inside the theater, Hai Meng and Chinji sit together. Hai Meng tells him she will never marry the man who killed her father. Chinji says this marriage is purely a business deal, and neither of them can do anything about it. Hai Meng says she doesn't understand how he got out of prison so quickly. Chinji smiles faintly and says it's because he's a member of the Morong family. Hai Meng warns him that if their marriage happens, she will ruin his life. Soon after, the film starts in the theater, but actually a video is playing showing Hai Meng with her lover. The whole theater erupts. How could the daughter of such a prominent family do this? Hai Meng becomes deeply distressed. Meanwhile, Chinji stands and claps, saying what a surprise this is for him. A moment later he signals to stop the screening and collect all the evidence. Shortly after, his secretary tells him they've caught the person responsible, but there's a problem. Someone else got a copy of the recording before them, and at the scene they found a flower. Chinji picks it up, still not quite believing it's the same gentian flower. He then slips into a flashback of memories of a girl he once loved deeply. A moment later he thinks he glimpses her, and runs out into the rain to find her. But when he turns the girl around, it's someone else, and he walks away sadly, wondering how someone who died 3 years ago could possibly be back now. Then we see the entrance of the female lead, Ransusu, hiding somewhere and murmuring to herself that she and Chaki will meet again soon. Meanwhile at home, the eldest daughter of the Morong family has already learned of today's scandal. Then we see Chinji has tied up a man, actually Hai Meng's lover, the one who played that video to humiliate her in front of everyone. The young man says he doesn't like Hai Meng at all, because his brother died because of her. Chinji tells him none of that matters, he just wants to know where the recording is. The young man says someone else already took it. Meanwhile at the Morong household, young Master He arrives causing an uproar, claiming everything that happened at the theater was a Morong family conspiracy to force the He family to submit. Chinji says he has all the video recordings, that the marriage between the two families is certain, and tomorrow he should tell his sister to prepare for the engagement. Young Master He says the marriage won't happen, and the weapons that were part of the deal won't be handed over either. He can sell them to the Lee family for a good price instead. Chinji stops him, warning that if the Lee family finds out the weapons given last time were faulty, things would go badly for him. Frightened, young Master He backs down. Chinji adds that now, along with the weapons, he must also hand over 5 extra shipments. Scared, young Master He agrees. Chingu then asks Chinji if he doesn't want this marriage, to just say so. Chinji says it's not that. Since he can't marry the girl he actually loves anyway, it makes no difference who he marries. Chingu says the engagement ceremony is tomorrow, and tomorrow he'll meet his future sister-in-law. Chinji tells his secretary to investigate who stole the recordings. Who could have that much nerve? The next day, the engagement ceremony begins. First, Chinji's fiancée Hai Meng arrives, and shortly after, Chingu's fiancée. And seeing her, Chinji is stunned, because it's the very girl he loved, the one who supposedly died 3 years ago. He can't believe his eyes. A full flashback of his first love plays out. We see the girl step forward slowly, take Chingu's hand and stand beside him, while Chinji keeps staring at her. Chingu says, "This is your sister-in-law Feng Molan, sole heir of the Feng family." Then we see a flashback of how the two first met. After returning from abroad, Chinji settles in a city where he keeps receiving letters at home, In another city, our female lead Ransusu is searching for her missing sister, showing everyone a photo and asking if they recognize her. As soon as she gets home, Ransusu receives letters saying that the person she's looking for isn't here, and that perhaps he's already dead. In truth, these letters were written by no one else but Shinji himself, because he knew that the person she was searching for didn't actually live there. Hearing this, Ransusu cries and asks who he is to say that this person is no longer alive. And this is where their love story begins, writing letters to each other, checking on each other. Then one day Shinji decides to send Ransusu a photo of himself along with a letter, but he never gets a reply. In the present, Shinji is still wondering why Ransu came under a new identity to marry his brother. Just then Chingu enters and asks his brother why he's sitting here instead of enjoying the celebrations outside. Shinji says he could never make him sad, otherwise if it got out, Chingu might send him back to prison. Chingu says that what happened 3 years ago, Shinji has misunderstood. Shinji then reminds him that he too had believed that Shinji killed Homi's father. Shinji asks how Chingu met Feng Molan. Chingu tells him they met a year ago and are marrying for business reasons. Shinji says Feng Molan isn't a good person. And just then Feng Molan, who is actually Ransu, enters. She tells Shinji she's brought all the video recordings. He needed them, didn't he? She adds that since she's now his sister-in-law, it's only right she helps him. Shinji becomes furious and thinks to himself, Ransusu, you struck first and threatened me to keep my mouth shut. Now let's see what you're really trying to do. We then get a flashback where Ransusu's friend tells her that news of her sister has come. The He family is hiding her, and that once Ransusu goes to the other city, she must tread very carefully, and that she, the friend, will join her there soon to help. We then see Ransusu setting off for the other city carrying Shinji's photo. She ends up standing at the door of the Mo family's house, where shortly after she spots Shinji. She's climbing a tree trying to get a look inside. Shinji warns her that if she falls, she'll break her bones. Ransusu recognizes him instantly from the photo, and moments later she does fall. Shinji rushes over and helps her up, noticing her leg is hurt. As he looks at her, he realizes she's the very friend he'd been writing letters to, and asks if she remembers that they used to write to each other. Ransusu says nothing at first. Thinking he's mistaken, Shinji starts to walk away, but Ransusu stops him. In the next moment the two are sitting together. Shinji asks how she finally recognized him. Ransusu hands him back his photo and says she'd read his letter, but had to rush into the city and so never got the chance to write back. Shinji asks what she's come to this city to do, but Ransusu doesn't tell him anything, and he senses he shouldn't press further, so he simply bandages her injury instead. Soon after, the two are sitting closer together, clearly growing fond of one another. Ransusu mentions she loves the gentian flower. Shinji says he'll teach her the tango, which she's long wanted to learn, and in exchange she'll teach him how to grow gentian flowers. Over the following months the two fall deeply in love, but this love is soon to end. One night Shinji goes out looking for Ransusu but can't find her anywhere. Then suddenly he spots her and runs toward her. She asks if his surgery went well. He tells her that because of her, he got through it, and hands her a gentian flower he grew himself. As she's about to leave, he stops her and says he knows he's never truly had love before, but this time he wants to try starting a new life with her. But Ransusu refuses him, saying there are things she must do, and so she can't stay with him. Shinji tells her he won't ask about those things. He just wants her to look only at him in this moment. Snow begins to fall and Ransusu gives in. Shinji embraces her, overjoyed, and kisses her. Back in the present, Ransusu stands alone. Shinji comes up behind her, hugs her, and tells her how much he's missed her, showing her the gentian flower. She says she knows nothing about this flower, and as she tries to leave, he stops her and says, 3 years after supposedly dying, you've come back only to marry my brother. And he forcefully pulls her in and kisses her. Ransusu tries to push him away. Shinji says this is exactly how he felt the first time he kissed her, and Ransusu slaps him hard across the face, saying she'll forgive what just happened as a one-time mistake. Shinji warns her that no matter how well she hides, he will expose her true identity to everyone, and once the truth comes out, the consequences for her will be severe. Moments later, Shinji arrives at night in a large flower garden. He had built this gentian flower garden himself in her memory, and wonders to himself why Ransusu is doing all this. Nearby, we see Ransusu and Shinji together at the family's celebration party. Ransusu tells him to go handle his business while she takes a walk in the garden. Just as Shinji arrives, he finds a body lying there. It's Homi's father murdered. Young Master He then enters, takes Shinji captive, and accuses the woman who came with him of committing the murder, warning that if Shinji doesn't catch her, things will go badly for him. In the next scene, Shinji is back at his own house, searching everywhere for Ransusu. He starts going through his old letters and discovers that the address Ransusu had written on hers, supposedly an art academy, was all a lie. Just then he gets word of her whereabouts. She's on a train trying to escape from someone, running to hide. Ransusu rushes into a train compartment. Shinji follows behind her and seeing her embraces her, saying he's finally found her. Ransusu asks what exactly he's doing here. Relieved to see her, Shinji tells her that the plant they grew together has finally bloomed into a gentian flower, and shows it to her. But Ransusu tells him she only came to him for one purpose. She wanted to get inside the He family, and once she learned how close he was to them, she used him for that. Shinji asks why she's doing this. Just then some people are about to enter, so Ransusu pulls out her gun and points it at him. Shinji asks what she really wants. Ransusu says, "Don't you understand? I used you and I don't care for you at all." Hearing this, Shinji is shattered. He pulls the gun close to his own chest and says he can't believe she would really kill him. He tells her that if she truly doesn't care for him and has only used him, she should shoot him right now. But Ransusu's hands are trembling. He tells her she can't shoot him because she loves him. Just then the people arrive, and seeing them, Ransusu turns to the train door, points the gun at herself and shoots, falling straight off the train. Shinji is about to jump after her when people hold him back. Back in the present, Shinji is now consumed with rage. A fire for revenge has awakened in him. He says that now that she's alive, there's no need for this gentian garden anymore, and he sets it on fire. He tells Ransusu that now that she's returned, she will have to tell him the whole truth.